No, there's my son. I'm gonna say hello to everyone that's come in so far. Once I get done with these ads on Twitch, I'll then do the intro. But for now, everyone, if you're able to hear me, just sit back, relax, and enjoy some of this mod work. Yes, because I don't have confusing supplements installed. Have I ever played Crazy Cattle 3D? I've never even heard of it until now. Oh, so welcome in. But yeah, I haven't heard of that game until now. I guess so. This is a input area. And this is the output. I think the output would make more sense to have a storage area. Well, that's cool. The train simulator you're not playing, or the crazy cattle thing that you said. I'm thinking we could probably have the storage tracks over here. We get that up a little bit. I think this node right here would be a perfect one to put another track coming off it. So just for the sake of ease, we're gonna swap the side that the switch stand is on as well. You love me, well, I love all my passengers. was a little bit tight. I'm gonna make that go a little further. I think that should be good. How much does this game cost? This game is normally, I want to say $30. That is 30 US dollars. But I believe it's currently on a discount for a little bit. Yeah, on Steam there's a discount on it where it is currently $24. One thing I will say though, right now, keep in mind that you won't see everything that I'm messing with here. At least not in the vanilla game. Like this area right here that I'm putting tracks down in. There is no such area on the vanilla stuff. So I'm making a mod that interacts with other mods here. I'm not gonna answer that. I'm thinking maybe adding two storage tracks here. That should be good. Well, I won't tell enough of this note that I just finished putting down. And the other one will be going over that way. Let's see, your rotation was 0.28, 96.11. Do I stream on YouTube? Yes, I do. And I see that the Twitch passengers are finally out of ad. Welcome aboard, everyone. Tonight, you're gonna be working on our little extension mod. But yeah, in answer to that question about streaming on YouTube, I do stream on YouTube as well. I think Twitch actually fine here. There won't be that much wafers, but it's some extra storage at least. The most painful thing that I've ever felt, I think me and a lot of other people will probably be able to agree, wisdom teeth. Hello, Danzo. But yeah, wisdom teeth, when they are tearing at your gums, it's not a pain I wish on anyone. Okay, so we're gonna have 2 more tracks over here, basically. I'm gonna straighten that one out a little bit. Yeah, that should do. Okay, that's getting a little bit personal, man. You might be curious, but that's still getting a bit personal. So please stop with the personal questions like that. Okay, where's some of the industry areas for the happy cow there now? Yeah, I'm fine with those over there. We got a small one that's over here. You know, that could stay like that. Let's go over here to the actual production industry. Why are there so many nodes? I wonder if this is their first mod or something. But that's a lot of nodes there. Well, it is what it is. Well, the gas stuff that's not personal like what you were just asking. Hello, Chris. Oh, I forget in this road is just cosmetic. No, I think this industry is probably fine the way it is. That's probably gonna be the only thing I add for the Happy Caldera. Although I wouldn't be opposed to maybe like one more track over here. That would just be like NTs ready to come over here basically. And like there's already nodes here that I can make use of for it. Without ruining the rest of the layout. Like I said, this was probably one big segment done. Cause that makes the most sense to me for that. There's probably one big segment and they added the node there in the middle. I guess if anything, we could probably do the one additional storage track over here for NTs. What is your rotation here? 315, okay. Okay, what is your issue here? Why are you not willing to, Oh, well, I think I see, okay. What is your height then? Have I been well hypnotized? I wish I knew exactly what, was causing this note to not be accepted. Hey, Jill, how you doing? What has you fighting? Oh, it looks like this, okay. Could put some empties over here. Well, like how I intended, basically. Ah,
Enjoy some head pats
Why?
from Chris Oven Reeves.
oh, you're funny if you like cause your stomach, huh? Ah.
It is very
Well, I get like that
important
when
for
I
you to
have
stay
like
hydrated.
stuff with lactose in it. Hello, squishy banana.
It is important to stretch those arms and legs, conductor.
I get for the hydrate in the stretch, and the head pats, and the potassium. Ah. That sure feels from the restaurant ice cream. If you're lactose intolerant, it might be the ice cream. I know I'm lactose intolerant. What's the height of that one? 3 6 no. 540 684. I have it at some point. Oh, there we go. I want it to be close to this. But like not overlapping though. Why must he be so finicky? I think for this one, I would probably make use of one of these output tracks, just to give the player a little bit of thought on how to handle it. Look, half-life wasn't time. Some theory stuff you can have, others you can't. Yeah, I know that feeling. It's similar with me. It probably definitely does depend on the processing. Because I used to be able to have like Alfredo sauce and stuff, but then I had a really painful time on the toilet. And then I tried to have it with less sauce. Like, you know, had it like as in light basically. And then that next time was even worse. I miss fettuccine Alfredo. Yeah, I miss that fettuccine Alfredo. Maybe I could, before the curtain portion of my mod, get that road move. But worth a note here for it. I know the end of the vanilla road is like over here somewhere. So I think the next node for this road is somewhere in this spot right here. I would like to get it moved to like over here. You know what? I think I just might. That way this
Hello,
could be a
I
slightly
am the
longer
health
chat.
inspector. Hon hon hon.
Hello, Trevin. How you doing? Okay, yeah, that should be long enough to almost match one of these, if not long enough. I will work on the progressions on another stream for these. Right now, I just want to do like the actual track additions. You have tomorrow, you still ooh, nice! You know, that's funny. You have a racing will come in tomorrow. I have a scooter will come in tomorrow. Oh yeah, you can bet I'll be there if I'm up early enough. Okay, so I'm probably gonna have to actually open up the curtain file. Let's see here. Listen, this is the roads over here. It looks like there's a road thing here. Should we hit such to help construct the track? You know, when I had the progressions actually made, that could definitely be a thing for it. Because right now, I'm just adding the tracks physically at the moment. This is basically me working on the 1.1 version of my mod. So like the way I want to do like the version stuff with my extension mod. If I do like a huge major overhaul, that would be the 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, etc. If I add mod support, I want that to be the 0.1, 0.2, 0.3. And then after like 1.1, for example, if I have to do like a little hotfix, it would then be 1.1.1 or 1.1.2, etc. So I'm putting down the lines for 1.1 right now. Because I intend 1.1 to basically be like basically support for the Happy Cow farm here. I already have one little thing with the Happy Cow dairy already on the mod itself, officially released. And it involved a little quirk over here. So if I come right over here, basically, if you're using a game client that has Rail Loader already installed, this won't be an issue. This will not be an issue. But when I came over to this area with Railforge installed, I found a little quirk because Rail Loader, I think, is case sensitive, but Railforge is not case sensitive. And because the mod author had an extra note over here that had different capitalization, but it was lower in the file. I think what happened is RailForge loaded up the first intended node, which I believe is this one right here. Or no. The first intended one was this one right here, actually. This was the intended node. But then, because the mod author, for whatever reason, had a duplicate with different capitalization on it, sure, Railloader loaded it fine, but RailForge overwrote this node with the other one that had different capitalization. So this node right here, because RailForge loaded up the one that had different capitalization after the initial one, it ended up over here. So we had to check going this way. And then it just goes straight back this way. and then onwards like there will more fun murder just with they both loaded fine. I think this is ultimately just a edge case. Because normally, if I'm thinking correctly, someone making a mod would not, they wouldn't want a duplicate for something like a node, for example. The node in this case being the spot where track segments meet up. So I think this is just an edge case in which the only example that I'm aware of is with the Happy Caldera when RailForge is installed. I put in a request for the for RailForge to be case sensitive. I don't know if that's gonna ever happen though. It's ultimately up to Rex to choose that. But yeah, I think it's just an edge case in which certain choices ended up mixing up in a weird way that wasn't intended. So I think when Rex coded RailForge did not be case sensitive. I'm only guessing here, by the way. I think the reason why is because with most of the mods, there's no duplicate nodes. And because there's no duplicate nodes, it wouldn't pop up. But then it's also on the mod author's side as well for this particular issue, because they put in a second node that's the same ID, just different capitalization. So I think that led RailForge to load up the intended one first. The intended one being the one that's right here, because that's higher up in the file, and even the segments linked to that one. Like when you look at the capitalization. And then I guess they put in a second node over here thinking that they were probably going to move it. But they never moved it, and so it's just some residual trash in the file basically. But because that was under the first one, I think RailForge overwrote this one with the one that was over here. Because it's the same ID according to RailForge, just different capitalization. Huh. And in RailForge, cares not for capitalization. So I think both loaded fine. It was just an interesting little conflict. Because it's a oversight on the mod author part, and probably an oversight for an edge case on the RailForge part. Now the only reason why it's not showing up here with me having RailForge installed is my little extension mod addresses this little node funkiness. Yeah, I should probably have the couch be a little bit longer. But anyways, so one of the things I want to do now is move this road piece. No, it didn't act up. They both loaded the way that they were meant to. Okay, well, let's just try to put it this way. Let's just say that Railroader, no, not Railroader, Railforge got, he assumed that because a copy loaded up after the initial, the one that was after was what should have been put there. Think of it like a Skyrim mod order of sorts, where the ones at the end typically have the hierarchy, or the most presence. Am I making sense with that? Hello, Master Chaos. Welcome in. But yeah, it's just a funkiness that, in my opinion, is an edge case that's basically on the part of both sides. Yeah, it was basically like a conflict, but it was within the file itself that Railforge loaded up. So it loaded up object A, object capital A, but then it also found object capital A, but the A was lowercase afterwards. So it loaded the later addition over the higher one, or the earlier one. But yeah, I think that's basically all that happened. It's just an edge case between the two things. Hey, it's not so much that Railroader was being finicky. It's just how the mod loader was handling the files, I guess. With an edge case that wouldn't pop up on Railroader, but does pop up on Railforge. And it's just an author oversight for the mod. Again, both the mod and Railforge are loaded properly. The mod manager freaks out if the ID of your mod isn't the same as the file name. I think I've read something about that on the on one of the modding discords today for it. Okay, anyways, let me try to find the node that controls this portion of the road here for the Kirkton Railroads. Because I want to get this road moved over here. So that way it doesn't visually conflict with the Happy Caldera. That may have been you. Oh, are you Tara? Hey, but if you are, I'm sorry I didn't recognize. By the way, I got that little small coach mod installed. It's adorable. At least the pictures I saw. I haven't spawned anything yet with it, but it's adorable. Okay, so I think I found a file in my curtain that controls the other roads. Let's see, I don't think it's the lake. I don't know if it's the damn road. I don't think it's the damn road. I don't think it's the pile bridge. It's either the mine road or it's the If it's not the mine road, then it's definitely going to be one of the damn roads. Do the box have diesel in the same format? Really? I think I may have grabbed that too without realizing it. It's made out of the dash card, 50, BB 75. Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of in the process of getting my mod list organized and getting my mods updated as well. So I haven't really had a chance to really take a look just yet. A Steam Milk and Water version? Ooh, okay. Okay, let me see if I can find one that's around 546 in height. Oh, a lot of these are around that height. Let's see, does this allow me to teleport to specific coordinates? No, that's not the coordinates. Do I gotta place a temporary node just to find the coordinates? There's a cat for a steam box tab, okay. Wish with an onboard coal bunker that feeds a firebox via the Stoker secure. Okay. You know, I think Shepard might have that installed. Because I remember seeing something like that, I think. Oh, well shit, thank you. I didn't know that. Thank you. Okay, so this is menu 768. Okay, so it's not the mine road. It's not the headframe roads. So it has to be one of the damn roads then. So there's all this water that tended behind it that helps. Wow, that's a decent amount of water. Okay, 9769. I think I may have found it, but I'm not too sure. And this is 7108. I found one of the notes, okay. So I want to get that node moved down then. Yeah, more Farm Sim 25 worship mods, nice! The turret behind it is the same size as the short cars and was made using a gutted shell from the short coach that you can load. Okay. Will be able to be used separately as an auxiliary tender. Okay. Okay, so I guess if I'm to move this road, I'm probably gonna have to copy that whole session for that road then. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to copy the whole session for this road. Okay, let me get the little code box up for you guys. There we go. I have the Kraken file selected. At least my Kraken file anyways. Let me minimize these other things here so I don't get them confused. Okay, this will be bunnies. I believe this is the road that's in the file in question. And it's this first point that we found right here. Which is one of the spots right here, basically. I just want to get it moved down to like down here. Okay, so the second point I'm assuming is gonna be over here. The fluid tank will be used separately as the auxiliary tank upon road. Oh, nice! So that way if the chain runs out, we can just bring it over. Okay, so I'm looking for 98. Where's 98? It's not over here, is it? 9055. Okay, so that's pretty close. I think that might be a decent spot. That might be a decent spot. So let's restart. It does have 200 gallons of onboard water storage, so you can run a short distance with it. Okay. So it's effectively like a little tram, basically. Without the tender, that is. I cannot believe my engineer's over by the Happy Cow area. Not the one I was just working in, though. I should have moved in there. Now, I kind of hope I moved this road far enough. I hope I moved it far enough. Although I might not. It might look a bit funky because of the rotation of the node. Oh hey, that's a new icon box up there. Hello, Mario. I managed to get a solo steam bug to run from Bryson to Alarka very carefully and at the end you were done it. Huh! Yeah, that's quite the climb for that. I will say this with the rail forge being installed over rail loader. I noticed that the Elite Magma toolbox thing gives me options for like the telegraph poles and all that. But when it's just rail loader, it doesn't do it. Okay, I'm not sure if that's actually moved or not. Is it ever run to like a junction and that's a steamboat without any functional? Yeah. Mario, what do you need to get? What did they get pedaled? Let me take a look around the YouTube side. No, that did not get moved. That did not get moved. What the hell did I move then? Is there something else in this file I'm missing? Okay, what about one of the other damn roads? Okay, it's not that one. Not that one. It has to be Dam Road 3. The hell was that sound? Anyways, yeah, I don't think this actually moved. I wonder if I was to put it over here then. Let's get the little code box up for you guys to watch. What is Railforge capable of dealing with it? Okay, that's just confused supplements missing. Seriously, am I missing something from this? Because I think I have everything coded right. Yeah, if I search road in that file, it just goes back to things up now. Oh wait, could it be because I had that as capital, not lowercase? Can that have been it? Let's see if that was it. Yeah, I just noticed I had spoonies with the capital S. So I'm thinking maybe that's what the case was right there. I am happy that Railforge is capable of loading with confusing supplements not being present. Kinda has me curious if well, I know they're already replacing Rail Loader and Strange Customs. It has me wondering if Railforge is also going to... Huh, they moved it. that looks a lot better, but... Wait, is that where the vanilla road ends? Is that the vanilla road right there, or is there more road in a different plow? Regardless, this is progress. Well, yeah, anyways, as I was saying before the road distracted me, I know Railforge is gonna be a replacement for Rail Loader and Strange Customs. I'm kinda curious if it's gonna also target Temptation Supplements. There we go. Okay, let me see if there's another one of these hidden in another curtain file. Okay, that's the turntable. I don't need that. No, the only roads on the whole mod is from there. Which has me wondering if maybe that's a vanilla road then. Let me disable curtain and see if that's the case. Yes, I gotta restart the game just to apply it forward. But yeah, let's see if that's the case, if that's a vanilla road or not. Because if that's a vanilla road, then I wouldn't be a little bit annoyed. And then I'm gonna have to find where that road is on the original game graph. At least the Indian should be over here now. Assuming Railforge loads correctly, I might have to reset something on it. I'm still trying to get used to assigning it like I guess load sets, I guess. Basically a set list to load from. Okay, so is that a vanilla road then? I would have to guess yes, that's a vanilla road. Because that would make the most sense to me. Anyways, I think what I'll do is, I'm gonna turn... Oh, wait. I don't think I even have to turn it. I just gotta find what the end of that point right there. Okay, so let's minimize that. I'm looking for a road in Ela. Nothing. What do you know? Damn, there's a lot of road. Oh, there's an Hilo one. Oh no, no, that's a joke, so never mind. That's not a trestle, I don't need the trestles. Speaking of trestles, I'm still amused at mine. I unintentionally made it bigly. And I'm like, I'm just gonna leave it like that. Cause now I'll just have the satisfaction of, when someone reports it being oddly shaped or like wiggly looking, I could just tell them that, yeah, that's on purpose. Wait, this... okay, maybe it's labeled as a woodier road then. And I was just going too fast through Lucerne. Cause the only Ela thing I noticed was, those chisels. Okay, where does this road go? Come from and go to? Okay, it's just a small road. Okay, you know what? I should just search for the direct coordinate of the one that I moved. Not found. What the hell? Okay, what about just the, really? Not even that? Let's see, that's a node, that's a node, that's a node. Wait. This road is labeled as a silver road? What the hell? This road is labeled as a silver road. What the hell? We are right outside of Ela. And according to the original graph that I got from the Strange Customs, this particular road that I'm trying to move over, it's in the file as large scenery, silver road should be dirt. Okay, let me add this to your little text box here then. Let me get that back up as well so we can see what I'm doing. Oh yeah. This is apparently the road that we're looking at right here. At least going off of the coordinates. Now what I'm gonna do is see. Since this one matches up with this bottom one down here, I'm just gonna copy this. Let's just save that. Let's move our engineer to right here. I'm gonna save so that when we load in, we can see if it actually did it without having to do a teleport. Now I am kind of curious. I am kind of wanting to get the rotation to match up as well. Just to try to make it as seamless as possible. Oh, you know what? If this does work, I'm actually gonna move this onto my main graph as well. Just for the sake of it. Actually, you know what? Let me do that first. Where is my main one? So I'm gonna do this right here. This is on the main graph. Oh, I had the original graph loaded up over here too. I forgot about that. plus one unique chatter. Hello, Nate. Okay, let's see if, Oh, I just minimized Visual Studio and it turned it off, okay. But yeah, let's get the game started. You know, if that recording type changed for that vanilla road isn't a factor that we were looking at, I'm gonna be so annoyed. Because why would it be labeled to be in silver? Like, why is it named as a silver road when it's in Ela? Like halfway across the map from silver. Or almost halfway across the map from it. No, I'm gonna extend this track. Yeah, when I say track in this case, I'm talking about this music track. Dude, listen to that really nice lo-fi beat in the background. It really goes at the mood of just working casually at my own pace. You know, I probably should look at that every time it pops up. That did not move it. Also, why is this curtain bit loading up when a curtain isn't loading? That's gonna be the new thing you'll start saying in streams at least once per month. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it, Nate. Okay, let's see. That is confusing supplements. Okay, nothing about the roads anyways. This is complaining about some missing track. Is music I'm not playing today? It's my music. At least my AI generated music. seem to be missing something then. Ah, yes, yes. That's why, okay. That's why I didn't do this little change there. I could set the rumble bot to respond to stuff like that. But that's kinda cool. I haven't really looked much into it though. What I would like is for like the stuff that I'm more familiar with to get some rumble support. Like I would love for stream elements to get rumble support. Like proper rumble support. I think Streamlabs has Dairy Limited, I think? I could be wrong on that though. I think I'm wrong on that. Okay, so let's see if that road, that silver road, is the road that we were looking at. I would love for Mix It Up to actually have support for Rumble as well. They recently put in support for Kick at least. But that's because Trilba went down. Okay, so this warning dotty at the bottom is because of my mod. Because I have a portion of my mod that interacts with Kirkland. He interacts with it over in this area over here, right where this track ends actually. What did I use to produce the music? I used Google's what are they calling it? It used to be called Producer AI. I think they're calling it the Flow app now. In fact, let me just go take a quick look real fast. They're calling it Flow Music app now. Or Google Flow Music. You could pretty much AI generate music with it. Even when you tune up for music, it's probably very similar then. It's very similar, and I didn't see anything in the terms and where the fuck is this road? Like, where is this one coming from? What the hell? Now we got 2 roads here. Did you pick for the prop luggage as Gemini as the musical clip? I don't know. I've been able to use the Google flow thing for free. I've been able to use it for free, so there is a limit to how much you can do with it. But they're actually pretty damn generous on they're pretty generous when it comes to the starting credits. And then you, as long as you visit every day, you get some additional credits, I think. Anyways, this is looking a lot better now. I just want to know where this other road is coming from. Okay, I'm gonna have to see if maybe one of the other mods had it then. The only other mod I have installed that access this area outside of my home is the Happy Cow Dairy. The only spoonies I see in that main file are for the bridges over at the main building. Okay, stop that file. Stop that. Okay, yeah, I don't know if maybe, okay, where's 9731 in this case? Okay, so it's right over here then. The note is right here, okay. What if this is one of those cases where the vanilla road just can't be removed? Anyways, I'm gonna have to adjust the angle. That's the. But I am not too worried about that. Because when I think about it, I have a little bit of an imagination. I can feel that this section right here, parking spots. Phew, I could call it parking spots. So if this honestly cannot be removed, or rather moved over, then they could just call parking spots. What say you, Jack? Do you agree? Parking spots? Now, I kind of wish, I wish this wouldn't load with the main file if Curtain wasn't loaded. But it is what it is. Well, it always bothered me that the road basically went through the tracks over here. It always bothered me. So it was one of the things that I wanted to get moved. Oh, what if it's maybe a cache then? Is there anything about clearing out the cache or something? Heck, I'm not saying anything then. Anyways, this will actually allow me to, extend my little track out a bit. Okay, I got a two-parter here. Basically, the players will have to use this siding to build this other siding. And the way I'm gonna have it set up here, the initial milestone will allow them to get this portion. But then there will be a second milestone that will allow them to extend it a bit further, giving them more storage. The intention of which is to just have like empties over here. And then when there's a whole set over here ready to go, they just grab that set and leave with it, and then move this one over into it. Although with how I'm looking at this, you could probably guess, I could probably even make this get turned into a little switching yard of sorts. Just use like a... Oh, let me move this to the other side. Just use like maybe this note, a little a little setting over here just to store a train. A small, tiny little train. Or maybe even just put it over here. It doesn't have its strength balled up. The idea I had that came to me is a switch coming from here, but it's going this way. And then like, it'd be like a little ladder yard, basically. It would work really well if you have like small rolling stock like the British ones. but it might be a little bit cramped to look the bigger wrong stop. Ah, shit. I forgot to name that one properly. We'll get it fixed enough with the next restart. On this one, I cut down the max support just to be safe. Language? Meh! We only speak English here. English and gibberish. Okay, let's see. Is there any other spots with the Happy Cow Dairy, though? That I can add a decent storage track to. I'm just gonna enable the entire line, so then they can get a better idea on where things will be. I think everything from here down, at least for the Andrew stuff, is from mods. Cause I know I got my little extensions down here. Hey, you know what? What if we added a milk station thing for the Osprey branch? It would be a mod that uses another mod within my mod that adds a little Savy extension to it. Do I have any questions? No, I don't have any questions. Other than what I just asked, basically. But yeah, it'd be a nice little Savy extension of a mod that's incorporating another mod. It would be a mod of a mod. Hey, you have a good night, Tunde. Thank you for dropping by. I appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate it. Okay, so let's see. We at the Foxy Silver Yard over here. I should just use this to help me find the happy cow stuff. Okay, so that's okay. There's plenty of space over here for stuff. Really? There's no other happy cow stuff from Savy all the way over to. There's no happy cow stuff for this entire area? From Thomas Valley over to Savy, there's no happy cow stuff? It's only in Savy? That can't be right. Wait, do we seriously just have the, just a generic setting right here? Oh no, it's right here, call number, okay. What? Wait a minute, why is that called D-Bot? I'm actually curious, isn't like that in the, where's the Hillsborough? I think I may have done something. Wait, I never touched Hillsborough. What renamed this to D-Bot? What renamed that to D-Bot? Do I have any mods that affect Hillsborough? Dude, the closest one I think would be the Foxy one. Yeah, there has to be... What do I have installed that touch Dillsborough? What should my chat mods touch Dillsborough? Let's see, it's not those. Is there anything about forestry here? Lucas Pen Company. I don't think that does pulpwood. That could be wrong. Yeah, I actually don't know. I wonder what could have caused it. You know what? Let me just do a search for file contents. D-bot. Because it has to be one of the chat mods I'm using. Imagine the silliness if it happens to be the Osprey branch. I kinda doubt it, but still. Oh, you know what? I should probably add a team check over to Dillsborough. Because they just have a freight house thing there. If I do have one, it's gonna be from this node right here. Actually, I could do something interesting with this. We could have it right here. That would bring in some interesting switching things. You know what, chat? Let's do it. Yeah, that'll do. Oh, there, I did it again. Wait, let me just read it all, man. Oh, I can, okay. Oh, now it's locking up, great. Oh, there we go, okay. Yeah, I just have space for my one car there, basically. Oh, Jam, what was the other track that I... It was over here, I think. Yeah, it was the one over here, okay. Let me put myself back over in Dillsboro then. Hello, Zim! Wait, that one's seriously called Blade? No, okay, this. Okay, let's see. How far is this roughly? Because I want the span to be from right where that buffer is to about here. Yeah, I want the span to go from where the buffer to about here. Okay, so maybe we could do like if this is 40 foot, then maybe we could do like 60 or so. No, I don't need to wonder why my AC suddenly had stopped low. Hi, creatures, do you like being by my fan?
It is important to stretch those arms and legs, conductor.
Thank you for the stretch, hello Tex, and thank you for the manners.
Enjoy a nice glass of whatever it is you have poured there.
Thank you for the hydrate as well.
Chat, I think some head pats are in order for our conductor.
And the head pats. Full package indeed. I think I'm reading those correctly. Yeah, I'm okay. What's the one that I just added up there? Okay, let's see. No, I do have a little changelog thing here. That I'm slowly working on. I should really add to it as I do the stuff, basically. You know, I'm just gonna be like copy and pasting this onto the Nexus page. What? What else did I do other than the road? There will be milestones soon. For the stuff that I added tonight. But I will add them to the changelog as I get to them. Alright. There was something somewhere. I think it was over here. I think it was with this check stuff over here. Involving this node and segment. Yeah, okay. The next mod I want to add support for would be the boarding crane rate. Let's see. Jeep, where is that? This one right here. Okay, so that's not even my fault, okay. Where is that one? Oh, you're over here. Okay, yeah, I fucked that one, yeah. Okay, let us re-enable curdling. Okay, and let us restart. And see what errors come up that is not due to confusing supplements. because the errors that my mod produces are what I'm interested in, same with the warnings. Now, if any of you have any good idea on how I could balance out the milestones, like in regards to like the amount of rolling stock that gets sent and the materials and whatnot, please let me know, because I'm currently really shit at that. Like, as it is, I don't wanna, I don't wanna add custom loads just to make it work if there's already loads already there for it. And like some of these milestones, I don't know what loads would actually be good for it. Again, got 4 errors, and right now it's the usual ones I'm used to. Hey chat, I'm gonna be right back. I gotta use the bathroom. I've returned. Okay, let's see. Okay, so those are normal, okay. So there seems to have been no load issues then. Oh, so that's good. Also, I gotta hand it to the Kirkland team. Striker and whoever else worked with them. These are some really nice looking crossings, I'm not gonna lie. Anyways, let's see that this loaded up proper. Once I get progressions in, this will be hidden until the player gets that progression. The progressions for what I'm adding will also be based on what mods the player has installed. Not all the progressions are gonna require other mods. Now one thing I will do, I gotta assign this segment a group. SYDB, okay. So that makes this segment only become available to the player. Or, well, at least in this case, it'll be visible, but it won't be owned until they get this section. Rumbles, he's had more trouble with the streams freezing? Oh no, that doesn't sound good. Yeah, that doesn't sound good at all. Almost doing the entire thing. I didn't want to do the entire thing. What's my cat doing? She's making noises behind you. How long is this track? 52, okay. There's 52 meters. So then I want to be around 25 then, I think. I hope that's an L. It looks like an L. We finally asked again. Okay, so we added another team truck then. You know what? I should probably add is it a little bigger? With a pop-up spur. I should probably add the house track at least to Connolly. Connolly and Walker so far. I think those are probably benefit from having a house track then. And maybe over here at the Graham County place. But I'm not too sure on that one. But maybe definitely Walker and Connolly at least. Like at least to where like the major storage spots are. Like up here at the top for Connolly, for example, have a house track. And I'd have to take a look around Walker, but somewhere, probably like wherever they have the most building. No, I'll take a look around Walker then. To see where they have the most amount of buildings. If any. I think this is where most of the it's the only spot where there's actually storage tracks. Look, come on, game. Yeah, this area could probably benefit from it'd be interesting because I think it would force the player to have to they have to bring the stuff over to Bryson at least. And then with whatever trains they have come up here, have that train come up here with the supplies, basically. What would be a good spot to put it? Because over here to the right are the only storage trucks that I'm aware of for this area. Okay, there's also those storage trucks over there as well. Well, I think this one would probably be more appropriate. Okay, let's see here. Have a little mouth and it just has a shed over here. Well, maybe even a coal loader. You know, an idea just came to me. What about the trains that are wood burning? I know we've had trains like that in real life, and Railroads Online has them. But how feasible would it be to add wood as a third fuel type? It would give the forestry stuff a bit more use other than just sawmill. They're just, and that has a no item. Look at how cute these little coaches are. They're tiny. A seaman is on with the organization and order? I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't know about that. Hey, working for hobbies? You could say that, yeah, because I had to pull like full food orders and such from like coolers and freezers. And whenever I finish with those orders, I generally have found myself just trying to get the damn cooler and freezer ready for the next day. So I guess you're kind of right with that. What is this type right here? This is a officer car. Okay. So this would be like a at the end of a probably at the end of a rabbit train then. What a mech. Okay, is there any of these that's just probably this. Oh. Oh, I see. It's not even doing it in the order I put it in. Okay. So this would be the generic passenger one then for these tiny coaches. For these tiny adorable little coaches. Hey, with just ridiculously big bulkies. So these little coaches are from the short coach mod that Terra released recently on the Nexus. I don't know if that's a window or if it's because something is missing. But still, these coaches are adorable. Anyways, So, I wanted tonight to be a short stream, but I got what I want and done. Let me check around a bit more just to make sure. We added a new little industry which I gotta rename the track. Then my room is a mess. There's always that thing where workaholics with the veterans. Hey, Tex, I wish you were wrong. Like, I do a good job at work when it comes to organization. But at home, I just let it go. It's not good for me either. Like, I'm not happy with that. I just let it go, basically. Why is that not, would it use it if I did that then? Is that supposed to be team trip? He even says it up there too. I guess I gotta use a different name for it, so I'm just gonna use house check then. But yeah, the rumors are true. The stuff I do for work, I don't do for home. That includes organization. You could tell me a little bit of a girl familiar with that. So I think I want to add house check support for the Austria branch. After we do the board and creamery, I'll work on that one. If they don't already have house checks, that is. Okay, let me take a look at the other stuff where they have a cow. So over here, I'm gonna have 2 tracks that you could progress it. And get some more storage over here. This is where empties would go to get filled up. Or you could put filled ones there. If you don't want to take it all the way back to Whittier, that is. I'm considering doing the same thing for the other side over here. Yeah, I'm considering doing it over here as well. No, I think I just might actually. Well, I had to sort of come off of this note here, right here. And it would basically be the same thing as that, just the other way around. Where it's gonna be like up to 2 tracks coming this way. We could put either the sealed or the empty ones over here. Oh, that's fine. They're gonna be similar lunch then. Actually, you know what? That's a good idea. Eh. What is the angle of Oh, those are backwards. What? I didn't hit that. Okay. Okay, I think that should do. Yeah, I think that should be fine. So the player could either put like full ones ready to be put in or put empty ones in there. Okay. And that's in the case they don't feel like taking all the way back to Whittier. And yeah, when I did make the progressions, I'm going to I'm gonna have the track that's used to deliver the materials be the one that's closest to them, while still allowing the area to be used for the intended purpose. So like this one over here, for example, these two. When a player buys a milestone for it, they're gonna have to bring the stuff over to this dock. And it's gonna be the same thing over here, just in reverse. Now as for that second track, I'm thinking having them use the one that they put in first. Because there's no point in blocking this when you already have this and you want to build this. Like, why bring the stuff over to here and have to take the stuff further when you could just bring it right next to the work site? At least that's my logic with it. Oh no, that one doesn't want to work anymore. Let's keep one for it. Oh no, don't want to work. Damn, okay. Well, let's just restart. Make sure that the tracks are at least where I want them to be. Cause I'm gonna be calling in like in just a moment. This is good background track, I swear. We're gonna have the usual 4 arms. And that's...
Head pats for the conductor.
Yay! I think it's called I'll shut now. But is it as long as I want it to be? No! Oh, of course, because that's save the... Okay, I don't remember. Do I gotta restart the game just to make sure the span gets, applied? Yeah, probably do. What's the diagnostics for this? Okay, not my fault, not my fault, not my fault, not my fault. Okay. Yeah, no warnings there, okay. This is almost ready. But yeah, I figured since there's so much room here, may as well have a interesting one that I gotta do a little bit of switching here. Yeah, Penny, I would like to know what the item is for these. For these boards, basically. I think next time I stream development work on this mod. I think the next time that I stream development work, we're gonna do the boredom stuff for sure. Wait, yeah, this is on this one, is it? 10, 5, that 5. It is here, so that's good. We'll give that one a -1. That way, this over here becomes a priority. And then for here, the priority would be this one. So then here, IRBN. Why does that not want to work? Yeah, this is working. Yeah, mods could be a bit funny. Once more hooked up and the whole thing is kaput, yeah. So yeah, I'm trying to I know we're gonna do the boarding one for sure next time that we stream development work here. Because over here, there's only like one thing that you would really want to have in storage over here. Maybe two. The one thing that you definitely want to have storage for is available reefers. Well, I'm thinking maybe we could put them like maybe over here. Yeah, and you could probably put them like over here and like a little sun here on top of it. And it would come from here basically. You know, I kind of want to add another node to put it right there. Yeah, I kind of want to put another right over here, basically. And have this segment connect to them. And push this segment right here from this node to the one I want to put in. That'll be a Savy segment. Because this node will serve as a switch that will go over there. So yeah, they can do that for the refresh for sure. And then the maybe option is maybe something for like hoppers, coal hoppers. Like maybe another track segment like the same amount as this. But like maybe over here or something. Oh, and then the kicker for this one. The work site would be blocking one of these tracks. It would be specifically blocking this track over here. Now that I'm thinking about it. But it's fine because you can still take shit out this way. You just gotta do a little bit of switching, but it's doable. You know what? That sounds good. I like how I'm doing like. I like how I'm adding some complexity to some of these more simple industries. I also like how the mod author friend of Warren Creamy did this little parking area. Sure, we got the hard edge from because this likely where that node is. But they're using another road to help give it shape. And I like that. So yeah, I think we got a plan for this area. We just have a small little reefer yarn over here. Maybe add a track or two for some coal hoppers. Actually, you know what? Just gonna extend this basically. You're gonna have to buy the extension, but the idea is there at least. Yeah, you buy the extension. You get two more like coal hoppers there, basically. And then you just pull them forward. Yeah, that could work actually. And temporarily just have like take up this whole track here. Yeah, that could work, I think. Yeah, for sure, I think that could work. Yeah, so we got our plan for the board and creamy then. After I did the board and creamy, I want to work on adding the Savy extensions to the forestry branches. And then we'll try to figure out where to go from there. I really want to add like a nice big storage yard that you could use. Mainly for like coach repairs and such, but you can still put other stuff there if you want. I'm kind of debating on using this area, but I don't know what other mods use this area. Because some of the things I'm gonna have to keep in mind is that there are other mods out there that may make use of the same area that I'm making use of. And so compatibility is gonna have to become a thing for me to worry about. But yeah, I think we got our plan for the board and creamery at least. I'm gonna work on the progressions off stream for the tracks that we made tonight. But otherwise, I think we're pretty good and done for tonight. I got what I wanted to do done. So yeah, I'm happy. I think maybe the first thing I'll set up would be this one. Have the work set for this be right over here on this track. Yeah, maybe I could do a little bit of a unique thing with this one. Well, actually, no. It's just gonna be these two for the first bit, and then that one for the second one. Or, actually, no. I'll just have it be this entire thing. Yeah, one marathon for this one just to unlock this one. We'll leave it simple as that. Yeah, alright. Well, chat, thank you all for coming by. I made my content not really stopping just as suddenly as you started. But thank you everyone for coming by. Whether you've been chatting or lurking, I appreciate each and every one of you. You guys make the streaming worth it. And I know most of you guys are lurkers, but I want you guys to know that you guys are appreciated as well. Because without you guys, I'd be more of a nobody. Text, how about no? How about no? In the style of Dr. Evil. Hey. Anyways, thank you everyone for coming by. I appreciate you all being here. Anyways, have a great night all. I'll see you all, I kind of want to say tomorrow, but I'm not sure yet. But yeah, have a good night everyone.